Good day everyone, we are the Group 8 and for today's, we're going to discuss the Chapter 8 in Counseling which is entitled Using Counseling Skills with Groups. Contents. The first one is why a group work theory, leadership style, group work process and group conflict, and the trans-theoretical model. So first is, why a group? Working with individuals within a group settings introduces a social aspect to the context of a working relationship. It is the membership of the group and the participation in the group process that becomes the vehicle for change, rather than the working relationships in one-to-one work. So again, why a group? So based on the definition, it is a group, it is because using counseling skills with groups introduces a different aspect in working relationship towards the client. So in working with a group, there is always the involvement or what we call ethical principle, which is the participation in the group. So in using counseling skill in the group, participation is very important because if there is no participation along with the group's members, you cannot achieve your goals as a worker and with the group members. So next is, group offer a multidimensional experience according to Benson 2001. So these occurs at physical, emotional, intellectual, and experimental levels. If the environment does not meet the basic needs of safety, warmth, and ventilation, adequate facilities and accessibility, the therapeutic skills of the leader and organizers of the group will be lost. So group offers multi-dimensional experiences according to Benson 2001. So when we say multi-dimensional experiences, meaning it refers to the different or what we call iba't ibang aspekto na nararanasan ng isang grupo as well as the individual. So if the environment does not meet the basic needs of safety, warmth, and ventilation, adequate facilities and accessibilities, so the treatment or therapeutic skills of the leader and as well as the organizer of the group will be lost, of course. And in addition with that, as a worker in dealing with a group, we should always be assured to meet the basic needs and safety for our clients. For example, in dealing with the groups, the leader or the organizer of the groups should always find a place wherein the group members of the groups are comfortable and safe. And aside from that, the workers must provide the resources of the client or the group members so that the clients must go along with the services. So next is the group work theory. So using counseling skills within groups requires social work practitioners first to draw on leadership and organizational skills. For a group to come into being, it requires parameters that set it apart from everyday life and some boundaries that help to define its function and purpose, as well as providing emotional and physical safety for the members. So practitioners therefore need to give thought to the constitution of a group prior to the commencement of any program, including characteristics of members. So group work theory. So in group work theory, using counseling skills within group, we should always first draw on leadership and organizational skills, in which the worker must form first into being. We should always use the parameters. Kita nga mga worker, dapat prepared ta sa kung unsa ang atong buhaton bago ta mag-start. I-explain sa nato sa mga group members kung unsa ang atong buhaton, unsay goal nato nga need i-achieve with the help of the group members. So in addition with that, the practitioners therefore need to always give thoughts to the group, of course. Kay basig ikaw, sige ra, as a worker, sige ra kag yaw-yaw, sige ra kag facilitate along with the group members. Pero di ay ang mga grupo or what I mean is ang mga group members wala kabalo kung para asa nila hanggi salihan. For example, sa mga young people who have experienced ill health. So for example, as a worker, need you na to i-discuss kung unsay purpose sa grupo, unsay mga goals ninyo nga need i-achieve, and kung unsa mo nga type ng grupo, why nagkandak or nag-team up mo sa ning-ani nga program. So, in considering these factors, the leadership of the group dapat ihatag tanan best jud para i-facilitate ang isa ka mga group process within the group session as well. Skills component. So the first one is to identify the purpose of the group, the commonalities of the potential participants, and anticipated outcomes prior to organizing the practical aspect of the group. So of course, as a worker, we should always identify the purpose of the group, their commonalities of potential participants, as well as the anticipated outcomes prior sa ato ang mga gina-organize nga sa nga grupo. So nganong need man nato i-identify as a worker ang mga purpose sa grupo? Of course, para dili matingala ang mga group members nganong kandakta sa ning-ani nga program. And also, dili na tumatawag nga grupo ang mga members kung dili sila same nga common goals as well. Kay mo nung grupo is dapat na sila same sila og mga commonalities as well as potential nga or as well as mga goals nga gusto nila i-achieve. So, we the workers must need to identify the purpose of the group. Nganong gikandak nato ni, nganong gibuhat nato ni, unsa man jud ato ang purpose nganong gibuhat nato ni. It is because para matabangan sila sa kung unsa man ilahang concern, and it is very helpful for them na matagaan sila o kanang intervention para at least sa kana nga pamaagi is matabangan nato tong mga members nga naay mga problema nga ilahang gi-addressed. So number 2 is ensure the environment for meeting is comfortable and without hazard. So it is important to ensure that the environment or the place sa meeting sa ato ang mga group members is komportable sila o kanang walay mga any hazard nga mahitabo. I-sure na to nga ato ang place nga gipili is kanang komportable sila na kung asa komportable sila mo share sa ilang mga information about their selves as well. And also, komportable sila nga kanang walay saba, makafocus sila sa kung unsa man ang mga ilang need nga paminawon with the accordance with the purpose of the group. And kung dili safety ang environment or kung dili sila comfortable, of course, dili po na sila interested sa kung unsa nga program imong gikandak sa ilaha. So as a worker, we should be assured always that our environment or the place for the meeting is comfortable ang ato ang mga members. So number 3, consider the duration of the group to maximize the likelihood of reaching goals in the context of resource concerns. So of course, ikaw nga worker, dapat na to i-consider kung unsa man ang mga duration sa isa ka grupo para at least mabalaan nato kung sa ilang dili gusto or kung ma-aware sila or ma-aware ta as a worker nga kana di ay is dili dapat nato na buhaton. It is because some of the group members are sensitive, and of course dapat aware jud ta sa atong ginasulti kay wala ta kabalo nga kana imong gisulti day is naay naapektuhan along with the group members. So dapat i-consider nato kung unsa man ang dili gusto sa isa ka members para at least matagaan nato sila og concern as well, and matagaan nato sila og time nga ma-express jud ilang mga sarili along with the group session. And of course, dapat nato isa nga i-consider is ang ilahang mga behavior. So kitang mga worker is dapat kita mag-adjust sa ilaha every time nga mag-create og group session along sa grupo. And dapat is atong mga resources is provided jud para sa ato ang mga services. Kay kung dili provided ang mga resources atong services nga ginapangailangan, of course dili na to ma-achieve ang goal nga atong gusto i-achieve along with the members. So the last one is explore the benefits and potential pitfall of open as opposed to closed groups. So nganong need na to explore ang benefits and potential sa isa ka grupo? Of course, need jud nato nga i-explore ilang mga benefits as well as their potential. It is because dili na to makita kung unsa ang pwede nga or mga kakayahan sa mga members sa isa ka grupo. And mingon tag close groups, mao ni mga grupo na kung asa ang mga members is close to each other na. Dili na sila mga strangers and comfortable na sila mag-share sa isa't isa. And magtagdanay na napoy communication nga mahitabo. And diri is dili na nato need nga ano pa jud sila maayo kay close na sila tanan. And need na to explore ang ilang mga potential para makabaluta kung asa lang sila taman and kabaluta sa atong limitation as a worker kung asa ra pud taman sa ato ang ginaybuhat sa isa ka grupo.
Leadership style. The extent to which a practitioner aims to control the group or allow the group to control itself or self-govern will determine the leadership style adopted. This will also link to the purpose of the group and the intended outcomes. The theory base of the group will also play a significant part in determining the leadership style. Some groups will require more direction than others. If you are a practitioner, aim to control the group or allow the group to control itself or self-govern. Dahil kailangan na ikaw mismo na leader, dapat meron kang kakayahan na i-control ang isang grupo. At dapat ikaw na leader, you know your purpose of the group. At para mas maging successful ang kalabasan ng iyong gi-organize na grupo. There are 3 types of leadership style. First, authoritarian leadership style. It is the style that is characterized by a personal control over all decisions that must be made for a team. Leaders using this style rarely take input from their team members when making decisions. Rules are important to this leadership style. They are clearly outlined and communicated. There is an expectation that they will be followed all the time. Second, laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leaders have an attitude of trust and reliance on their group. They don't micromanage or get too involved. They don't give too much instruction or guidance. Instead, laissez-faire leaders let their group member use their creativity, resources, and experience to help them meet their goals. And the last, democratic leadership. It's also known as participative leadership or shared leadership. Is a leadership style in which members of the group participate in the decision-making process. This type of leadership can apply to any group or any organization. Leadership is your key to success your goal and purpose. In order to improve your success, understand your leadership style, because when you know what your leadership style is, you can have a clear idea of your strength as well as your weaknesses. Only when you have a firm understanding of your strength and weaknesses can you or your team of leaders become a more effective leaders. Your leadership style guides you in your role as a leader. Having an understanding of your leadership style will help you become a better communicator with those you are leading. According to Lang, 1972 provides a continuum of leadership to a group member control groups moving from leader-controlled autonomous group to shared control, alone autonomous group to member-controlled autonomous group. According to definition, if you are a leader, kailangan mo i-control ang members of the group because you have the power and authority that are inherent to the social work rule. Dapat meron kang rule as a leader. Para ikaw na leader, magagawa mo na i-control sila dahil hindi natin maiwasan na meron talagang mga membro sa grupo na hindi talaga sumusunod sa kung ano ang sinasabi ng leaders. So, kailangan meron kang patient at dapat maging matapang ka as a leader. So, in 2000, explorer what kind of groups and for whom. Outlining groups for people involved in the criminal justice system. Dixon make reference to groups that are structured to offer problem-solving skills, drawing on cognitive behavioral approaches. While this type of group would require a leader control structure, other less prescribed group constituted for a specific purpose. Watin ni Dixon, gina-explore niya ang mga what kind of group and for whom. So, meaning, kani kay Dixon, ang iyahang gina-explore katong mga klase na grupo na kung asa involved ang mga criminal justice system. Si Dixon gihimo ni niya na grupo as reference sa iban na grupo para ma-offer ang mga problem skills sa uban groups as well as the cognitive behavioral approaches. Diri na grupo, gina-require jud ni siya leader control structure kay kung walay leader nga mo lead sa mga offenders, of course wala gyud development mahitabo sa isa ka grupo. In a counseling, if you are a counselor, you need to be a good listener sa mga members ng grupo, and you also being empathetic. It means often a part of listening, putting themselves in the shoes of the person speaking. Kahit nasaan pa yan sila nanggaling, that help counselor truly understand the underlying issue. And also, you need build relationship to the group members and coordinating effort and activity, exercising authority. This means, first of all, that the counselor must be granted the authority to handle certain tasks, and the last, having a sense of humor sa mga iban nga grupo or sa grupo na ginahandle nimo.
So, leadership skills component. So, number 1 is leadership styles needs to be attuned to the needs of the group. So, sa number 1 is ang leadership styles is must be needed sa isa ka grupo. Kaya kung walay attune sa isa ka grupo, of course, dili mabuo ang grupo kung walay mag-lead sa grupo. And of course, need jud ang kanang participation sa isa ka leader or facilitator sa isa ka grupo. So number 2 is some flexibility towards less directive stances as groups progress can facilitate increased ownership and feelings of confidence for group members. So diri as sa number 2 is dapat flexible ang mga directive stances nga ginagamit sa isa ka leader sa group process. Mayong tag-directive stances is diri ang mga group members is strangers pa lang and dili pa lang sila kaila. So therefore, dapat ang workers is flexible lang ang gamiton nila para sa ilang progress, para ma-facilitate o para mas increase ang feelings or confidence sa mga group members. So number 3 is consistency is required for group members to feel emotionally safe. Of course, when we are conducting a group process or a group facilitate, of course, dapat na ay consistency as a leader into a grupo. Kaya kung walay consistency mahitabo, ang ang leader sa isa ka grupo, of course mawad at punagana ang mga group members. Ngunit ang consistency is dapat naani siya first hantod sa mag-end ang mga sessions or services, and it is very required sa every group members para makafeel po safe ang grupo. So number 4 is chaotic or overly passive leadership styles can increase feelings of anxiety for group members. So diri is dapat ang isa ka leadership is magiging siya sa magiging mas facilitate siya sa isa ka grupo para dili pa kung magiging chaotic or overly passive ka as a leader sa isa ka grupo is mo pa siya isa ka hinungdan nga mo increase ang feelings sa anxiety sa mga group members. And of course diri is very sensitive, so dapat aware ka sa imong mga ginapangsulti or mga ginapangbuhat as a leader sa imong mga members. So in the last one is the social work practitioners have a responsibility to manage the behavior of group members and thus need to attune their leadership style in groups accordingly. So diri as a number 5, ang mga practitioners kay naa jud mga responsibility para i-manage ang mga attitudes or behavior sa isa ka group process or sa mga group members. O need dapat nato ni as a leader i-attune nga i-ano nato ato ang mga group members accordingly, of course. Kay kung kita mismo nga mga workers or practitioners is dili ta kabalo mo atong sa atong mga responsibility nga i-manage ang ilang mga behavior, so magkakaroon talaga ng conflict towards the workers to the members.
Group process and group conflict. Members of a group who came together through facilitation at any level by a leader create synthesis. Synthesis means or the coming together or combining of parts make a higher level whole according to Benson 2001. Is a primary principle which informs the practice of the creative group worker. The group leaders, members join to create both unity, diversity during the group experience which is separate from the non-group members and maintain tangible boundaries. When we processing or creating a group, kailangan natin silang pag-isahin upang matumbok kung ano yung problema na kinakailangan nating baguhin sa kanilang pagkatao, at kailangan din natin as a facilitator o leader na makabuo ng rapport sa ating mga kliyente upang maging komportable sila sa atin para mabahagi yung mga necessary information na kinakailangan natin at hindi sila nahihiya magbahagi ng kanilang mga buhay at mga informasyon na kinakailangan natin. At dito na papasok yung phases of group development. Example of this, yung kay Tuckman, such as yung forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. First is yung performing. When we do counseling is, in a group is binubuo natin yung grupo. Some of them is nahihiya pa dahil nga they look each other as a strangers. And is storming. So dito minsan nagkakaroon ng conflict dahil sa mga kadahilanan na minsan yung mga group members natin is nakakaroon or they feel na out of place sila. Kumbaga hindi sila kasali sa grupo na binubuo mo. Kaya minsan yung iba is nagmumukmok sa gilid at nag-oobserba sa ibang mga membro. So third is the norming. So here is they feel na they part of the group, so they accept the other viewpoint to achieve their goal. So dito is sa norming is kailangan na nilang mag-adjust at sumali sa binubuo nating session, at kung kaya't kailangan nilang mag-perform ng maayos to achieve their goals. So fourth is the performing. So they work and participate throughout the session and trusting each other. So dito is they work together and participate throughout the session. So dito na yung nagkakaisa na sila throughout the sessions at at they give trust to each other throughout the sessions para ma-achieve yung goals na sinet nyo with your client and your members. So, the last is the adjourning. So, here, they achieve what they want and implement those goals they set and recognize whose behavior change and they feel na kaya na nilang tumayo sa kanilang sarili and na-achieve na nila yung goal na sinet ninyo with them. So, dito na papasok yung termination na tinatawag natin. Stages of change. Members of a group generally came together because they wish to bring about some form of changes in their lives. It may be the statutory agency's demand of change to lifestyle and behavior, and it is that brings a member to a group. The degree of success to bringing about change for people will be linked to their level of motivations and engagement with the group process. Many factors alongside intertwine with the group process make change possible unless various external matters are tended to, such as providing a safe and reliable environment. Anxieties of members can continue to trigger defensive coping mechanism, and as a result, change can be locked. So when we do counseling or group counseling, our goals is to achieve those goals we set together with our clients. So bringing changes to their behavior and to their lives. When we talk changes, is kailangan muna nating alamin kung ba't nila kailangang magbago. So dahil sa mga kadahilanan na yung behavior nila is nakakatrete na sa kanilang buhay, o ito yung dahilan ng pagdi-dysfunctions nila as a individual. So, and kailangan natin alamin and kung ano yung or what gives them motivation to be changed and what those defensive coping mechanism that they use to change. Maybe it can be help them to be changed. So, we know that every problem or every behavior is kailangan natin ng motivasyon para talaga ay magbago tayo. Trans-theoretical model. Prochaska and De Clemente 1984 developed a model of change based of a period of research. The trans-theoretical model considers motivation to be the most important factor when measuring the likelihood of sustained changes over time. These models outline 5 distinct stages of change before alternative behaviors become more typical patterns than previous socially undesirable behaviors. When we say trans-theoretical model, it involves through studies examining the experiences of a group or individual. So, example of this, the smokers who quit on their own, with those requiring further treatment to understand why some people were capable of quitting their own. It was determined that people quit smoking if they were ready to do so. No trans-theoretical model focuses on the decision-making of individuals or a group, and its model of intentional changes operates the assumption that people do not change behavior quickly and decisively. Rather, change in behavior, especially habitual and behavior, occurs continuously through cyclical process. The 5 stages of trans-theoretical model. First is pre-contemplation. In this stage, people do not intend to take action in the foreseeable future. So people are often unaware that their behavior is problematic or procedures negative consequences. But people in this stage is often underestimate the pros of changing behavior and place too much emphasis on the cause of their changing behavior. Is the contemplation. In this stage, people are intending to start the healthy behavior in the foreseeable future. So people recognize that their behavior may be problematic and more thoughtful and practical consideration of the pros and cons of changing the behavior take place with equal emphasis placed on both. Even this recognition, people may still feel ambivalent toward the changing their behavior. So dito is alam na nila na may problema sa kanila, kaya kung kaya't kailangan na nilang magbago dahil sa cons na posibleng maidulot ng kanilang mga problema sa kanilang behavior. Third is the preparation. In this stage, people are already taking action within the desirable days that they mandate. So people start to take small steps toward the behavior change, and they believe changing their behavior can lead to healthier life. So dito is ginagawa na nila yung preparasyon sa pagbabago nila. They set a date na kung kailan nila kailangang magsimula and small steps para sa pagbabago na hinahangad nila is the action. So in this stage, people are currently change their behavior and intend to keep moving forward with the behavior change. People may exhibit the modifying their problems behavior acquiring the new healthy. So dito is ginagawa na nila ng action yung problema nila, kung kaya't dito is nagkakaroon na ng pagbabago sa kanilang sariling behavior, kung kaya't dito is ginagawa na nila ng action para mawala na yung problem nila o magkaroon na ng pagbabago sa behaviors nila. Maintenance stage, people have sustained their behavior for a while at it tend to maintain the behavioral changes. So going forward, people in this stage will prevent relapses to earlier stage. So dito is ginamaintain na nila yung bagong behavior nila, kung kaya miniminta na nila ito hanggang sa kinakailangan nila para di na sila babalik sa problemang kinakaharap nila nung una. So minimintain na nila yung mga bagong behaviors nila.